We use our ears just about as often as we brush our teeth or tie our shoes. But according to communication scholars, we may not always use them correctly. Communication happens every day, so it is important to learn to master the skill of listening. But before you can do that, you have to let go of the misconceptions associated with listening. First, to better understand how you can become a more effective listener, you must learn to differentiate the terms hearing and listening. They are not the same thing. Second, you are not born a great listener. So if this video doesn't immediately transform you and give you super listening abilities, that's okay. Rome was not built in a day. Third, it is imperative to learn how to get rid of any factors hindering your listening process. And believe me, you will have some. Lastly, listening is not passive. So choosing not to actively exercise your listening capacity will leave you at a standstill. The terms hearing and listening have so often been used interchangeably. But what many people do not realize is that hearing is actually passive. Hearing is pretty much your brain on autopilot. While on autopilot, you can still hear, but you are not processing that information. In retrospect, listening is defined as hearing something with thoughtful intention. Effective listening will enable you not only to hear the message being communicated to you, but it also allows you to understand, remember, interpret, evaluate, and respond to that message. There are 4 types of listening. Appreciative listening, which provides pleasure. Therapeutic listening, which generates empathy. Informational listening, which helps people gain comprehension. And critical listening, which helps people engage in analysis and evaluation. Each time you listen, however, there is a chance of encountering communication barriers, otherwise referred to as noise. Now, noise can be defined as anything that interferes in the communication process between a speaker and an audience. Some examples of noise include environmental noise, otherwise known as external noise, which is caused by neither the sender or receiver. Psychological noise, otherwise known as internal noise, caused by the receiver. And semantic noise, which deals with interpretations and usually caused by the sender. So as I mentioned before, do not settle for passivity. With noise consistently hindering your ability to listen effectively, make sure that you're taking the appropriate steps and you'll master the skill in no time. Some tips to active and effective listening include concentrating on big words and the message instead of the distractors. Identify the big ideas or core concepts. Watch out for emotional responses. React slowly and thoughtfully. And then most importantly, take notes. In any communication context, whether at work, on the phone, at an interview, or in a classroom, listening effectively can be extremely beneficial. It could be the difference between accurately assessing a customer's needs, losing your best friend over miscommunication, landing that dream job by answering all the questions right, or passing your presentational communication class. So, whenever you think about listening, remember, it is not as simple as brushing your teeth or tying your shoe. But by following the 5 simple steps, you can be on your way to becoming the ear guru of CCIM. We use our ears just about as often as we brush our teeth